Hello and welcome to today's video. This time we'll be taking a look through my collection of vintage Star Wars board games, as well as my sticker and some transfer sets. So sit back, relax, and let's take a look. Okay, so we're going to start in reverse size order, and this is by far the biggest game I've got, which is the Destroy the Death Star game. Now this is a French-Canadian edition of this one, and it's published by Parker. And well, first of all, it's just beautiful. Look at that great box art. Really, really nice. Copyrighted 1977. And I believe this was one of those ones which got a 78 there on General Mills. It got released before any of the sort of the more traditional toys got released. If we flip it over, it has got an illustrated back there. It's got a few little bits of tape on, but it's quite a scarce game, this one. I think probably because of its size. Definitely scarcer in the UK than overseas. It has got a little, one of the corners looks like it's been taped up. Now, I did check these games before we went through, so I pretty got a good idea of condition-wise. So there wasn't a massive amount to this one. So this one has got the instructions in English and French. As I said, it's French-Canadian. The board just goes in as it's one piece. It's not folded like that. Very funky indeed. Love this original sort of logo stuff. And the actual pieces, well, these are sealed. So there's two packets. These are the little game tokens. So it's a bag of X-Wings there. And these are the stands for them, which both those packets are sealed. They've never been opened. And then we've got the little spinner there. So like a lot of these board games, there's not a lot to them. It's all about the packaging and having something like Star Wars related, which these definitely are. But it's a nice... it's a really nice game, that one. And as I said, a fantastic display piece. I mean, really terrific. Absolutely terrific. And like all the Star Wars stuff, since I've now sold my main collection, these sort of ancillary secondary items are now all for sale. So if you're interested in any of these or any of the previous stuff that I may have filmed recently, which is for sale, just check in the description down below and you'll see. So anyway, that was the first game. And as I said, I'm doing these in size order, so not actually a game now, but this is a set of rub-down action transfers. So these are British. They were made by Thomas Salter Limited up in Scotland. The transfers, it says, printed in Italy. Now, this is one of the sort of the bigger box sets. I think there's two of these. There's an Ewok village, and I think there's like a rebel bunker or something like that, as I seem to recall. But this is the Ewok village one. This one's not in too bad condition, this one, as you'll see in a minute. A little bit of marks on the back, but not much. No torn corners. Now, like a lot of these things, there's always more to them on the box. So it comes with 8 sets of transfers. So all the transfer sets have got this little bit of paper backing on them, but the backing has come away over time. But there's 8 of those. There's the original rub down, a little pen there that you'd rub down. It says magic stick, whatever that is, but that would be to rub down your transfers. And then, as I said, there's 8 different ones of these for the Ewoks. So we'll look through them. And I've checked these, they are all different. It looks like images from the animated show, even though the branding on this is very much Return of the Jedi. And then you've got the big board, which I gotta admit is pretty impressive. So you would take your stickers and you would rub them down on that, which is actually pretty epic when you think about it. You had eight sets of stickers, or transfers rather, to stick on there. And as you can see, this one's completely unused. So it's a really, really nice set, that. So that was it. There wasn't a lot else to it. There's no instructions. It's just that's exactly as they came, with your 8 packs of 8 sheets of stickers and your pen. I said, pretty nice example, that one, as these things go. And while we're at it, I have got a bit more from the same range. So this one's a little bit more delicate, shall we say. So I'll move them into picture. So what this is a counter display box for the stickers that were sold individually. So the box has been flat packed over the years. I've just sort of assembled it for this video so you can get an idea of what it's like. Would have contained 48 initially. There we are. So it's not stuck down or anything like that. It's just been sort of pieced together origami style. There's the header, which amazingly is still in one piece. These are usually torn off. If I can get it out. There we are. So it has got a 45p written on there. That would have been by the retailer. So we've got the box and we've got two different packets, which is the Ewoks again and Jabba the Hutt. And that was the two that came out. Choose from two different titles. You got one of each sort. They're brand new sealed. And there they are. You just, once again, you just use a pen or a stick, similar to what we've seen there, and rub them into a little fold-out diorama, which comes with it. So a pretty nice set there. I mean, certainly the box is unusual. You don't see that very often. I think I've only seen one or two, in all the years I've been collecting. You see the packets around, but yeah, quite nice, that one. Now, this is probably the most expensive item we'll see today. This is the Battle at the Sarlacc Pit game. Now, this particular example is brand new and sealed. Parker Brothers. It's never been opened, dated 1983. And this is really quite a collectible board game, this. You see the artwork with Boba Fett featuring quite prominently. It's that famous barge scene there on the skiff. And I think the reason it's so expensive, even when you see these loose, is it's got all these different pieces inside. If you can hear it, you can sort of hear there's lots of bits and pieces inside. And that's all the different figures and stuff, because you'd make up a diorama of the Sarlacc Pit, and then the figures would work their way into falling into it. So it's pretty cool. It really is a very, very nice piece indeed. As I said, a sealed one, it's not every day you see a sealed one of these. I did look one of these up, and a sealed one actually went astonishingly for about £350, which I think is insane. I think someone must have been buying it to maybe get it graded or something like that. Mine won't be anything like that, but it is still quite a key piece. And if you're looking for one, there probably isn't much better available for sale right now. Okay, another sealed board game now. This is the Parker Brothers Wicket, the Ewok and Friends in a food gathering adventure game. Once again, I suspect, although it's dated 83, and although it's got quite clearly Return of the Jedi, I suspect this was released more on the back of the animated Ewok show rather than Return of the Jedi. But this is a very, very nice example indeed. Brand new sealed, which is how, it's nice to have them. Clearly see what's going on there. Quite a simple game by the looks of it. Just the board and a few tokens and what have you, but guaranteed to be complete because it's all there. It's quite a weight to it as well. But yeah, a really, really nice example of a game that you don't often see, and sometimes even when you do, it's usually in a bit of an old state because it was designed more for younger ages. In fact, ages 5 to 10. So it was for sort of younger ages at the time. So consequently, probably quite scarce now. But yeah, really nice to have that one sealed. Now, this is my last sealed game. This is French-Canadian again. So you recognise the French writing there, Yoda the Jedi Master game. And this one's produced by Kenner. Empire Strikes Back box. So it's not mint. It is sealed, but you can see there's a bit of wear on the plastic wrap here. It's not a perfect seal. The corner has got a little bit of rub in there where the seals come away. So historically, it has had a little bit of wear on the corner there as well. What a great photo on the back. Look at the state of them. That tape is underneath the box. It's not something that someone's put on. But there we are. I mean, look, the board itself looks great. Some really, really great sort of artwork on it. So yeah, quite a scarce one. As I said, French-Canadian, so not the regular version. It's probably a little bit harder to find, particularly sealed. In fact, I've not been able to find another sealed one anywhere. And I've looked quite long and hard. I found sealed regular American ones, but not that particular one. But as I said, it's not pristine. It's not 10 out of 10. There is a little bit of wear to the plastic on it. But even so, it's a great, great piece. A really, really nice display piece, that one. great visuals on it, and yeah, I very much like that. So here is the first time Star Wars was made into Monopoly. I believe this was sort of mid-90s, I recall. The box isn't sealed. I did open it up at the time to have a look at it, but it's never been used. I've never actually had a game of it, so all the contents is unused. It'd be nice to see a date on this one. 1996. That sounds about right. But yeah, quite a nice piece that. We can have a look inside. This was the limited edition version. I know they've done subsequent versions of Star Wars Monopoly. There's the board there. So yeah, it's been opened, but it's never been used. So the pieces are all in their packets still. The cards have never been opened. Figures as well. So pretty nice. The money there is all sealed underneath in the houses and what have you. So you know what you're going to get with that. But yeah, I think perhaps it's a little bit more common than people might think, that one. But you know, I try and price this stuff to sell. I need the space. So yeah, but there is Star Wars Monopoly. Now these next games I'm going to do all as one lot. So I've got 4 games. They're 4 quite fairly common games. This is the Adventures of R2-D2 game, and then there's the Destroy the Death Star game, but I've got some variations of it. So I'll show you what they're like, and as I said, I'm just going to sell these all as one lot to someone who might be interested in them. So this is the American Parker edition of this one, Adventures of R2-D2 game. It was one of the very early games, a bit like Destroy the Death Star. This one was particularly aimed at youngsters. Yeah, between 4 and 8 years old was the age range on this one. And this one's missing just a couple of tokens, but you got the spinner there, got the bigger bits, and I think it's missing one of the R2s. So it's not complete. There's no instructions in there either. So it is what it is. It's just a nice fun item. Nice, great graphics on it, in actual fact. Very, very nice. But as I said, I'm going to do the next 4 board games all as one. So that's that. Now we've got the much more recognisable Destroy the Death Star game. So this is the American Kenner version, and I'm sure everyone's seen this one. It was a very, very common item. Now I've got an American Kenner one, and I've got a British Palatoy one, and I've got a German one as well. So I'll show you all 3, and as I said, all 4 of these games are going to be sold together in a job lot for someone. So they might want to like mix and match, or they may have some already and they need extra pieces. This is the cards in there, figures. See the actual board itself. So, you know, a little bit of wear. It's got, you know, some wearing on the top and there. None of these are mint. Okay, so just so you know. But as I said, that's why I'm offering them in one hit. This is the German version of it. So this is Parker Brothers again. This is probably my favourite version because it's so different, you know. There is actually, I think there's about 8 different ones. There's even a Japanese one, if you can believe it. This one's quite nice. Got the German instructions. The sheets have never been used, so they're in really nice nick. The cards are all there. It's missing the spinner though, so there isn't a spinner in this one, and I can't figure out if it actually came with one. But the board is the same. Once again, the only thing that's really different is the logo, Krieg to Stern. So nice German language version of that, which I think is really nice, and it's not a bad box on that either. So I think you might quite like that one as a bit of an unusual one. Yeah, I can't see a spinner in any of the pictures, so I don't think it actually came with a spinner. It is slightly different to the regular version. Then the last one of this is probably the worst condition one. It's the Palatoy one. It's got a split corner here. Surprisingly, I think this is reasonably difficult to get. This one's a bit different, as in this one has got the correct instructions. The correct Palatoy instructions. However, it's missing like the cardboard tray. which would have kept this one up. There's the game again, the actual game board, which is nice. This one's illustrated on the back, different to the American one. So it's got the Starfield, and I say it's just missing a couple of the standees, but still very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. So all 4 of those games, 3 Escape from the Death Stars, and the one Adventures of R2-D2, all being sold together in the one lot, which hopefully will be of interest to somebody. Okay, the last few items are much smaller, so I've zoomed right in, and this is one of the Letraset sets, number 2, Escape from the Death Star, which is a really cool one. I have a feeling this may be my original one that I filled in when I was a kid. So all the transfers have been applied, so it is very much used, and it's not in like mint shape by any means. However, it is an original from back in the day, so someone might want that. I said cheap and cheerful, but it's a bit of fun, and yeah, I used to love doing these. I got to say, they were great. Now I've got some Empire Strikes Back rub down transfers. These are American, and they're by the company Presto Magic. So yeah, Asteroid Storm, Deck of the Star Destroyer, and Dagobah Bog Planet. And these are sealed, these ones. American Publishing Corps. Yeah, 1980. So when you think 43 years old, these, I mean, it's incredible, really, isn't it? I mean, they are around, so I'm not, going to put crazy money on these, because you can find them. But at the same time, these American ones are definitely harder to find in the UK. So I'm going to sell those as a set of the 3. So the 3 Presto Magic Empire ones all in one hit. And the last thing that I found today at the same time were these. So these are British. This is Return of the Jedi stickers. Now this is like an empty packet, and I can't see that it's ever been opened. Oh, it has. There we are. Look. So it's just the header card in a little plastic wrap. And then this is what they would have been like. So this has got 4 in. It's got Yoda, 2 R2-D2s, and an Admiral Akbar. So if you're wondering what stickers are actually in there, and that's a sealed packet of those. As far as I know, that's all I've got of those, except possibly some that were given away with the comic, the British Return of the Jedi comic. I think they came as a few cover mounts, so I've got those actually with the comics. So there you go. That's all the bits I'm selling this time round. I hope you found something that you might be interested in. If you are, just check the description down below, and you'll see the prices that I'm selling it for. And or if it's already gone, I shall obviously mark it as sold. I have done a few other videos where I've been selling some bits from my vintage collection, and I'll link to those at the end. A lot of it has, of course, gone by now, but you might even just enjoy having a look through the videos. So do check those out. If you've enjoyed today's video, do please give it that thumbs up. Do please hit the subscribe button if you've not already for regular vintage Star Wars content, and I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.